Hi folks, welcome back to Quest of Glory 5. I'm Alec, and today we're trying to find a way to the island of Delos, which is up here. Just like the Hydra Island, we can't get there by boat, so we're going to need to find a way to get there. Flying, at least with our wings, is kind of out of the question since they broke when we flew to the Hydra Island. But maybe we can do some other kind of flying. So I actually reloaded my game before, and I clicked on Wolfie, and he didn't have any of those things.
It is a good day, is it not? A fine day for flying, if one could fly.
Yeah, he didn't. He lost all of these options. So I keep hitting this point in this game where I have to like replay bits because either I'm dumb and didn't save the game, or there's a bug. And I think in this case there actually was a bug because I clicked into him, and then when I clicked back on him, all the options were gone. Anyway, I'm back now. So hopefully that makes sense. There were a few things I did this time like out of order. I went to Follis, and he had stuff to say about the Right of Valor. He said he was actually betting on us now that Magnum Opus was dead. That's kind of cool. So the blacksmith's on our side. Was there anything else I did? I read some things at the Adventurers Guild, but next time we're back at the guild, I will just read what I read there. Basically, the TLDR is that another dragon pillar was destroyed. We don't know who was killed, but another one was destroyed. So I think that's pillar number 3 that has been broken now. Anyway, let's talk to Wolfie.
The notice board said that you would be off to find your destiny. I hope it is not lost too badly. I am getting much better. I used to take a lope outside the city gates every morning, but things were getting so much dangerous that I could not. Now that you have driven off the bad soldiers, I can run off all the rice I eat again. There was talk that after your last meeting in the Hall of Kings, several arguments were heard. Dr. Mobius the scientist was most displeased about the right of destiny, and he said to his person Gort that they will have to try something to even the odds in the next contest. The woman warrior Elsa was also heard to show her displeasure to Minos. It seems that he wished to take Elsa directly to this island of Delos, and Elsa wished to find her way there herself. She said that she does not take his orders, and he said yet, and she was most angry. This is all very interesting, is it not?
It actually is. Wolfie's giving us some stuff to chew on here. So it sounds like the science guys might try and cheat their way through this right. Maybe that will disqualify them. And then Elsa seems to be in some kind of power struggle with her patron, Minos. Minos really wants her to win. So something's up with that. He's not, like, he's obviously a villain. At least now that I'm playing through this again, there's not much doubt about that he's pulling all the strings. But we'll see. We'll let the game tell us too. So he was saying something about flying, right?
I have seen a man to fly once without wings or other magic. It is something that I painted in the picture to show that this was true, and that I did not make up such a thing. For some reason, people still did not believe what I saw.
Okay, alright.
Holy cow! I did not know that destiny was so hard to find. I always thought that the future comes to you, whether you look for it or not. Good luck in your quest for destiny. I have learned that one can build the future from what one does today. Namaste.
Namaste. While we're here, we should probably buy another amphora. Maybe 2. Just in case. Like, these are pretty useful. Wait, I don't want to pay more for it.
That is a very good offer. Now we seem to be very good. I have told you how much this is.
Down to 15. Okay. So, who do we need to talk to? I think we were also going to put our money in the bank after all of that, too. Let's do that first.
Hi, how is it going?
Yeah. Yes, I am. Let's do it. We have quite a lot of drachmas here, so I'm just going to deposit 2,000.
A drachma saved is a drachma.
And we'll hold on to 274. Okay, let's talk to Sarah and see if she has anything new to say.
Welcome, friend, to all.
Don't think she does. Nope. Okay. So what do we need to do? Now this one, we're gonna get into 90s puzzle mode here for a second
Oh,
because
friend of...
there's nothing here that we can ask about. However, if you think back to, I think there's a book in the famous Adventurers Correspondence School, and in that book, it says something about building a balloon. I'm pretty sure this is where we read this, and hopefully I'm not accessing like ancient memories here. We bought this picture of the balloon from Wolfie, right? And we need to somehow remember that this guy has a brazier, right, for cooking food. Now that I'm repeating this aloud, I don't know how I thought of this before. I probably looked this up online because this is kind of tricky.
What is this? It is unlike anything I have ever seen in this world.
You explain that this is a picture of a balloon and you are trying to build one because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build a balloon onto that gondola at Science Island. We need a few things. So this is kind of, it's really similar to the wings thing, but it's more complicated. There's more things I think that we need to collect. And somehow you have to remember that Marete has a brazier. I think that's kind of tough.
How very remarkable. But what has this to do with me?
You explain that you have need of a heat source and would like to buy a brazier. Okay.
My brazier?
Oh,
It
brazier.
is something that I need if I am to sell my freshly prepared wares. However, I do have an extra brazier I could sell you.
It's pronounced brazier, Alec, not brazier. That's underwear. Remember that. Okay, so now he has a different thing that he can sell here. This brazier is about the right size to cook supper or heat a small room, or fly a balloon. Let's not pay full price.
Forgive me, but I must feed my family upon my profits. Perhaps you are willing to pay but a merchant must make a profit, or he ceases to be. Alas, this is so low a price that I am almost giving this away to you. Alas, this is so low.
Okay.
That is
Very good. Okay, so we have this now, and it gave us points as well. Yeah, I don't know how I remembered that before. All right. Do we have everything that we need? We have something that we can use as a canvas, right? The sheet. We have the brazier as a heat source. Maybe we need the rope as well. And then we also have this goo, which we can use to kind of attach everything. So I think that's all I need. I hope that is. If not, it's no big deal. But that's what we're going to try and do. Let's talk to Shakra.
Welcome. You have a difficult task ahead of you with the Rite of Destiny. Delos, like Hydra, is too far for boats. You will need to fly without wings there.
Okay, so he might be giving us some clues now.
Abari, my friend, how may I aid you? The Rite of Destiny will be difficult to accomplish only because Delos is far from here, across the most dangerous of waters. No boat will dare sail there unless it could sail through the sky.
And that's what we have to do.
Even if you made the wings again, they could not get you to Delos. The wind is wrong for that. You will need to find a flying device that you can control.
Okay, and that's what we're working on already.
Delos is a very interesting place. There is a good deal of magic there. It is well worth visiting. However, the Sibyl of Delos must be treated with respect. She reads the strands of the future.
Okay. And this is actually true. Delos is a real island, just like Hydra Island, and there's a bit of mythology around it, which I'll get to later, I think, when we actually arrive.
I am still upset about my father and the events in Silmaria. Erasmus is still asleep. I am worried, my friend. Very worried.
Yeah, it's troubling.
Farewell, and I hope that your destiny is favorable.
What we really need to do to wake them up is to actually find a sample of the poison. And we can't really do that unless we, I don't know, like, if someone were to try to assassinate us, that would be the only way, right? Alright, so let's head in here because we have those scales from the Hydra as well, which we can use, I think.
Good to see you again.
I don't know if these guys have anything new to say, but let's see. No. Okay. But we can give them these. Okay, we've got 5 of these, and we can sell all of them, I think. I'm not gonna double the price.
Can't do that. I could really use that stuff. Whoa, you must think that Jewel and I are not... Much as I love to haggle, there has to be an end some...
Alright, there we go. Now, we should be able to buy fireproofing potion. So I guess we'll buy 2 of these. Just in case.
Hey, thanks!
Oh, that was easy. Okay. I don't really know if the haggling is, like, set in stone already, like... Or if it matters what I actually suggest first. Hard to know. Has a greasy, cold feel and smells a little like coconuts. Okay. Right. So, I think I have everything I need to make the balloon. Well, let's go see. Is there anything else I wanted to do? I will show you guys the guild stuff later. He's got nothing new to say. I will just pop back here and see if I can remind us of why we're even doing this. Although maybe this guy has something to say about the Rite of Destiny. Oh, he does.
You know, there are some nice-looking women in Selmaria. I got my eye on a couple of beauties. Nothing like a little romance to put some fire in your blood.
He's super into life now that he's had some Hippocrene water.
Learning one's fate isn't much fun at times. Seems like you always see the bad parts of the future. Can be a little depressing. Remember though, fortune tellers never say things straight. What they tell you may be right, but it's always subject to interpretation. Watch for all meanings of the words when you hear your destiny.
Okay, yeah, we will.
That's a ways away from here. Be kind of tricky to get there, but it's worth it. The Sibyl can be kind of cold at times. She hangs out in that old temple, what remains of it. Takes a little gold offering to bring her around. The Dryads, though, they're worth the whole trip themselves. The thought of that magical glade brings the chill of real beauty through my heart even now. Takes a real gift to get them going, though. Something to really sink their roots into and send the life sap soaring. If you haven't danced with the Dryads, boy, you've never danced at all.
You know what? This makes me think that we might need some more Hippocrene water. I think that's the gift for the Dryads. So we may need to make a pit stop at Pegasus's nest along the way to Delos. I think that's the gift, but I'm not sure.
Let me think, what did she call me? Oh, yeah. Here's a moment from my past that's rather appropriate here. I dallied with the Dryads in their hidden oaken glade, pirouetted with the pixies as I sang a serenade. I tried to flirt with Sybil as she told me of my fate. She laughed and called me Eros, but I didn't get the date.
Eros, I think, god of love, right? We've actually had some experience with Dryads from Quest for Glory 1. They showed up in that, well, there was one. And she helped us, I think, make the Dispel potion. Yeah, so we've encountered these before.
Wish I was going with you to Delos. Have to get back there sometime after I finish writing this book.
I thought this guy was going to take off after he had his Hippocrene water, but I guess not. All right, I'm looking through this. Right, so that's a clue for Hades. Rescue friend's wife from the dead. Then we did wax and feathers, yeah. Winged horse, yeah. All right, so that's that, but I thought there was another book. Maybe I'm wrong. Local legends. All right, that's that local guy who died in the dead parrot. Good luck to put a coin in a fountain. There's probably going to be a fountain in Delos, right? They said we need to... I don't remember where the balloon stuff actually was. Oh, here we go. See, building a balloon. Having purchased a quantity of cloth, I had my housekeeper sew the material into the shape of a pomegranate. Oh, you know what? I think we need to have someone sew this before we go. Sticky sap of a tree that had been burned for a long time. Guess what? We already have that from Hydra Island. Alright, so then that windproofs the balloon material. Attached to a large basket by means of a rope, which we have. And then we have the brazier. Good. attach wings to the basket and thus control my passage. Those come built into the boat. Okay, so I'm actually glad that I read that, because while we have a sheet, it's not sewn properly. So who on the island could actually sew? Well, someone runs an inn, right? I don't know if she's gonna be able to do this right away. We might have to like drop it off and give it back to her. Let's see. Let's see if she has anything new to say, actually.
Did you get a chance to talk to Barbelly about the deed? I'd hate to lose this place to such a scum.
You know, we did, but I don't know what to get him. You tell Anne about Ferrari and the deed.
Well, thanks for trying anyway. I trust Ferrari about as far as I can owe him. Leave him alone, and he'll take my home.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with that. Maybe we can just give him, like... Maybe we should have given him that magic helm, to be honest. I don't really know. And I don't know what happens if he buys out the inn. Alright, let's try giving her this sheet.
You here to complain about your being short-cheated? Let me tell you, bud. All sheets around here are short.
Oh. Maybe we... Maybe that's not who is going to sew this. Who else can sew? Wolfie? Let's go to the market. Let's see if we can give this to someone. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is fine. Maybe it works as is. I don't think so.
I am very sorry, but I do not need...
Worth a shot.
Namaste.
Okay, nothing here. Let's try Sarah. Maybe she can do this. Hello? Or do I need to show...
Welcome. Thank you, but
Maybe I need to show Anne the balloon, so she knows what I'm doing.
I thank you for your kindness, but I will not take this from you.
Okay, I think that might actually be what... Sorry for all the backtracking, guys. I don't know what I'm doing, clearly. I'm gonna try and show her this, Oh, and while I'm here, I'm gonna drop off this, magic shield. We've upgraded to the commander's shield. Right, okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know of anyone else who can actually sew. Let's try and show her this balloon thing, because...
Ooh, pretty. Reminds me of an ice cream cone.
Okay.
That
There we
looks
go.
familiar. Hey, it is familiar. You got the sweets for sheets or something?
You tell Anne about making the sheet into a balloon.
Well, as long as it doesn't involve a straight stitch. I can't do anything straight. Sure, I'll have it for you tomorrow or so. So.
Okay, so we can't go today. No problem. Should we try to go to Science Island? Do we care? I feel like we're just kind of killing time now today. What we could do is, with what's left of the day, we'll just walk to Pegasus and go grab some Hippocrene water. I think that's what we need to do. So, we'll just go on foot. Just deal with whatever happens on the way. Hopefully we don't run into anything, but knowing our luck, we probably will. Oh, and I had another idea. Maybe what we'll do is try and dip the king's ring into the dragon thing here. Maybe this counts as dragon blood, right? Let's try that while we're here and avoid these bats. Go. Does this work? Homunculus? What's that? Alright, that worked. Let's get out of here. You dip the king's ring into the dragon blood pool. You feel a spark of power flow to the ring. The ring seems to drink hungrily of your blood. That's it. This thing is... What? Well, that's kind of annoying. But it's not very strong. Okay. Come back here. Do I even care to kill this thing? I should just throw a spear at it. Let's try and do that. It's running away. Oh, that did not work. Okay, it had 48 points on its body, I guess. All right, so I'm trying to remember what else we need to do with the King's Ring. Let me just... Oh, shit. What's a Grangler? Oh. Wow, these things are ugly and nasty. Oh. Okay. Don't we have a new spell? We do. Holy Strength. Yeah. Okay. That boosts my attack, probably. Put that there, and put these guys here. We don't need flowers. And then Vitality Potion. Okay. Boom. Boosted offense. Wow. I don't remember all these paladin abilities. These are pretty good. Okay, 1 health potion. Nice. Anything else around here? Because, like, sometimes there is. Okay, while I'm here, I might as well look at what else we need for the ring, right? King's Ring. Got that. Dragon's Blood. Paladin's Blood. And Water of Binding. So we will try it out at the Pegasus stream, but I don't think that's going to be it. Uh-oh. I bet that effect is stuck. Sound effect. No, it's okay. Alright, let's just go get some more Hippocrene water. Is this dragon pillar still up? I think it is. Yeah, okay. Well, that's good. So we don't need to go back up there. But I'm just gonna stop by the stream and get some more water. There's my shields that I dropped from last time. That's hilarious. Let's try dipping the ring in here. I don't think this is it. Yeah, nothing happens. Okay, but let's just get some more. Here we go. Let's get some more of this. And let's drink. Very good. Alright, so it is almost like a cheap stamina potion as well. Maybe if I was smart I would have bought more for it, but I think it's okay. Like, we have plenty of money. Alright, we're gonna go back. And you know what? We're gonna call it an early night today. Take all this off. Or maybe we should actually try to go talk to Ferrari. Let's have some food. Go to the Dead Parrot Inn and just see if he's there. I don't know what he wants. I'm worried about that. I'm wondering if I needed to give him like a magic weapon. Don't know.
Today's special is something I think you'll really love. Tessie,
I think
Tony's
you've already given this to me, which is fine. We like repeat meals and consistency. We're a creature of habit, right? Alright. Don't drink on an empty stomach. We're actually not going to drink the Dead Parrot. Alright, let's go see if Ferrari's even there. And if he's not, we'll just go to sleep. I used to spend a ton of time at the Dead Parrot Inn when I was younger. I would go there all the time and play the Wheel of Fortune game. I enjoyed playing it then, and now I feel like I'm just not bothered. I don't think Conrad would do it. He's too busy saving the realm. Okay, are you here? Yeah, he's not even here, so it makes me think that I haven't missed anything. Okay, Nawar's dancing. Nawar dances passionately and you find yourself sweating while you watch her. Ooh. But she stops dancing to watch me talk to Budar.
Are you happy to see Nawar's dance, or is that just the sword in your sheath?
Again with my sword. Like, why are you so fascinated with this?
It's not the men in my life, it's the life in my men. Some girls love to dance. Nawar dances to love. Our specialty tonight is the Fount Vesuvius. You'll get a real bang out of it.
Alright, I'm not gonna ask for a kiss.
Ta-ta for now.
Will she actually stop dancing to talk to me? No, she doesn't care. Alright, well, see you guys. So we'll go to sleep and we'll pick up our sheet in the morning. How much time do we have? We may actually cut this one a little bit short. Because I don't think I want to interrupt Delos once we start going there. So hopefully we have everything we need now.
I sewed up that sheet you wanted. Hope it works for you.
Thanks. Even though I didn't get the deed for you, you were able to do a deed for me. That feels like a Quest for Glory joke.
There you go. Take care of yourself. I wouldn't want anything to happen to the sheet.
Alright, calm down. So, somehow, the sheet changes colors entirely when she sews it together. No man has done an adequate, if erratic, job of stitching up the sheet for you. Thanks, Anne.
Hi, Guy. When are you coming over to my place? Oh, I forgot. This is my place.
Oh, I can tell her about Wolfie, for some reason.
He's the guy that painted the flying ice cream cone?
Oh.
Anyone who could paint like that could certainly paint my inn. I'll have to talk to him about it.
Okay, that's cool. I was wondering why I wasn't able to actually send Wolfie her way, and it's because I hadn't shown the balloon painting to her yet. That I'm not sure about that now on playing this again. It feels pretty tucked away, like this random painting that Wolfie has, and then you have to show people it. Okay, on the way I'm just gonna show you guys the proclamations that I skipped last time I was here. Toro, anything new?
Good see, hero man.
I think so.
Hero man.
Alright, see you later. Yeah, there were a couple things here. One was Rite of Valor over. Rite of Valor over. Elsa win. Good for Elsa. Nothing new, just Toro writing that up. But then this one. Wanted for destruction of dragon pillars and murder. The dragon pillar near Tinos was destroyed. The body of an invader found beside it. Okay, so it was actually one of the invaders. Death was similar to Kokino Pukumiso and Magnum Opus. Reward of 10,000 drachmas for information leading to arrest of this assassin. So we don't have any information, but things are heating up. That's 3 out of 7 dragon pillars. I think there's 7. And it looks like 1 pillar is being taken out every time we complete a rite. I don't think I talked to Andre when I had
Hydra is dead.
Yeah, I did this before, so let me just...
Yes, I wish you good luck on your next...
See ya, Andre. Thank you. Alright, does he have... I already talked to him about this, yeah. Okay, so off we go. Nothing in our way now. Gonna build this balloon and set ourselves up for the next episode. Very tough. Very tough. And I really can't recall now how I figured that out. So it's pretty likely that I just ended up following a walkthrough. So I don't think I was that smart. Maybe I figured it out through just like a lot of trial and error, but I don't know. Okay, let's get our rocks ready. Oh, just waiting for the boat to arrive. Yeah, I also wish I could just fast travel to Science Island. It's such a it's a cool place, but it's not fun to visit because you have to do this every time you go there. Maybe there's a faster way that I just don't know about. I'm not sure. All right. So we'll see if what is the first guy's name? Pretorius, something like that. Let's see if he has anything new to say. Probably does, right? They're probably mad about this, right?
Welcome back to Science Island. I trust you're spending your time well with experimental research. I've been studying ways to get whiter whites and more colorful colors. Unfortunately, relatively few of the sheets have survived the process thus far. Well, none, actually.
I guess they're trying to give us hints. A few of the sheets. Yeah.
I'm beginning to get a bit peeved. The new king should be someone who can think, not one who listens to the nonsense spouted by oracles.
Okay. Rite of Destiny, how do you feel about it?
This is the stupidest one yet. Getting to Delos is an interesting challenge, but why would one want to go there? Oracles are for people who can't make up their own minds, usually because they don't have any.
They're really triggered by this, right?
Here's a scientific conundrum for you. What is lighter than air? Why does smoke rise and rain fall? Because smoke is hotter than the outside air and seeks to escape to a cooler atmosphere. Rain is cold and so seeks the warmer ground. So, what is lighter than air? Hot air.
And there's another clue. In case we hadn't figured out the Brazier. So I'm kind of doing this in the wrong order. I probably should have come here first and then gone out. But what can you do? What can you do? With a memory like Conrad's, right?
We should not have to waste our time or Gort sending him to Delos. What can he learn from an oracle?
I don't know. Maybe he'll learn that he has a soul.
It's a shame you no longer have the wings. Through the air is the best way to get to Delos. Some scientists here tried to put wings on a gondola once, but they couldn't get it to fly very far. Well, actually, it crashed almost as soon as it took off. We built a crane to retrieve the winged gondola, but no one has had time to continue that particular experiment. The crane outside, it is quite a remarkable invention, able to move in multiple degrees of freedom while lifting very heavy objects. Of course, it's not the easiest thing in the world to program. One must plan ahead and perform each step in its proper order.
Alright, and we've already done that.
Good luck on your journeys. There's something new to learn everywhere.
So it has to be said, guys, like, because I've already played this game before, sometimes I end up doing things just because I know how to do it. Oop, wrong way. I don't mean to do that, and I probably shouldn't be doing it, as much as I am doing, but it's very difficult when you've played the game before. So I find myself just kind of, like, remembering how to do the puzzles accidentally. This is going to be much better when I get to the next game, which, by the way, is not going to be Heroine's Quest. I will probably, I'll say this later too, but it's not going to be Heroine's Quest as much as it relates to Quest for Glory, because I'm a little fatigued with Quest for Glory. Instead, it's going to be Fallout 1. That's what I'm going to move to next, and I think that's going to be better for me to play just in terms of a tone contrast, because yeah, I need something fresh from Quest for Glory, and I think Heroine's Quest is going to be a little too similar to this. I want to let this one breathe and marinate for a little bit before we move to that. So I will play it eventually. It's in the queue, but it's going to be Fallout 1 next. And the whole reason I brought that up is because I don't actually know how to play that game. I played it, like, tried to play it a few times, false start, but I haven't actually, like, really committed to a playthrough. So it'll be a mostly blind playthrough of Fallout 1. So all that to say, it'll be a lot easier to roleplay when I don't know what's coming next. Okay? So sorry about that aside. Sewn sheet. Let's attach this with rope, I guess. You Replace the sheet sewn by no man upon the winged gondola. Okay. Then we have some rope and some goo to windproof. You tie the sewn sheet to the gondola, and then we have some goo. You smear the windproof goo on the attached sheet. So we needed 4 things ultimately for this. And there's the brazier. You carefully place the brazier under the opening of the sewn sheet, but the cold brazier does nothing. So we actually need one more thing, which is the tinderbox, which is our first item. The balloon inflates from the hot air of the brazier, and the winged gondola begins to rise. You quickly seat yourself and start pulling the oars to flap the wings. Well, I didn't realize I was just going to get in. So let's get to Delos. So now that we have this balloon, we can actually go anywhere. Anywhere on the map. What is that? Dragon pillar, but that looks like more than a dragon pillar. Point of interest, guys. We'll have to come back to that, I guess. Here's another dragon pillar here. So this is pretty cool, right? Like, now we can just go anywhere on the map. Unfortunately, I don't think there's, like, a ton of places to go. So we got 2 spots here. Alright, we've landed on Delos. So let's go here. And this is where we're going to leave things, guys. This is one of the most beautiful pieces of music in the game. But we're going to have to save it for another time. Okay. I had to listen to that whole thing. Sorry, guys. It's just the way it is. It's sort of like when you get to Arana's piece for the first time in Quest for Glory 1. It's not that long of a tune, but wow, it's pretty nice. All right. Thanks for watching, folks. We're gonna stop it there, and I will see you next time. We'll do the Rite of Destiny and also meet the Dryads, hopefully. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.